Here, a short overview.
Which time of the year do you suggest to go to the islands or to Sweden in general?
Maybe the summer is best, or spring and summer, because then it's more lighter. And also in the summer we have this midnight sun. It's like our lovely fika time. It's very precious for us. So you can do it in the morning. You have a morning fika, and you have an afternoon fika. Then you can have a midnight or night fika as well.
And a midnight fika?
No, you can have a midnight fika as well, yeah. Or maybe you can go to pubs, and when Swedes are a bit drunk, maybe they're more open to speak. But
Okay, listeners, we already learned one thing. If you want to get in touch with locals in Sweden, go to pubs, wait until they're drunk, and then it's easy to get in
that
touch.
doesn't sound good.
Welcome to the podcast Global Communicator. Don't believe tourists, we ask the locals. Global Communicator, the podcast.
Hey Amy!
Hello. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, it's a pleasure that you have time today.
Yeah, thank you for inviting me.
Yeah. Well, just to get our listeners and our viewers a short overview why we are here today, right?
Yes.
We're sitting on a colorful rainbow
Yes.
bench, so
Yeah.
that's actually the connection to the country where you're from, right?
Yes.
Because you're from Sweden,
Yes.
born and raised in Sweden, a very liberal nation.
Yes,
So-
I would say so. Yeah.
That's a reason why we choose this place to have our interview here and to get our listeners a small overview about Sweden.
Yeah.
Exactly. So in the next 30 minutes, we're going to speak about secret spots, things to do, and a bit about safety and security in Sweden. Because nowadays it's a big topic, unfortunately, but let's continue with that later.
Yeah.
First of all, give our listeners a short overview about yourself. How come that you're in Innsbruck now? And yeah, just go with the flow.
Okay. So my name is Emmie, and I'm here as an Erasmus student from Sweden, and I study earth science here, so rocks, most likely explained like that. And yeah, so I'm here as an Erasmus student.
So I study rocks. That's quite funny that you describe your university.
It's more
degrees as that.
easier to explain it like that because not many people know what earth
Yeah.
science is.
Easy to understand. So
Yes, yeah.
okay, yeah, happy to hear that.
Yeah.
And how do you like Innsbruck so far?
Love it so much, actually. I really love it. It's an amazing city.
Really?
Yeah, so now I want to move here.
Oh, already so far?
Yes, yeah.
Great.
Yeah, but I love Sweden as well, yeah, of course.
Of course, so that's why we're here also. And listener, again, as I already told you a few times in my podcast, visit Innsbruck, it's amazing. And well, actually at the time that this year, the weather is amazing, right?
Yeah, it's like summer
Yeah.
again.
It's nearly November now, and
Yeah.
we sit outside and it's like feels like summer, and I still need sunglasses for my interviews, which is not so sympathetic, but otherwise I can't see you, and so thanks that you allowed me to wear sunglasses. But yeah, let's go into the topic with Sweden.
Yes.
Give our listeners a short overview about Sweden, so some general facts.
Yeah, so Sweden is located like in the north, one of the Nordic countries, and it has a population of almost 10 million, like a bit more, 10 million people. And well, I would say it's a big country compared to like population. Like there's not so many people living per capita there. Yeah. And the capital is Stockholm, and there 1 million people live. Yeah.
More or less.
More or less, yeah, 1 million people. Yeah.
Yeah, and we, as you already said, it's quite big, like a lot of landscape in Sweden, and very beautiful nature, which we're definitely going to speak about now. So when we are there, so what's the easiest way to go to Sweden?
From here,
Yeah, or from Central Europe, what do you suggest?
I think like I went here by train and it was okay. It was 27 hours, but like in the distance in Sweden, it's very close, I would say, because
Yeah,
like
okay.
Sweden is so oblong. So
Well, if you are Austrian, I would say 27 hours, no way.
It's too much.
Yeah, because we are in 1 hour in Germany and 1 hour in Switzerland or Italy, so.
Yeah, for us it's like very close.
Okay.
27 hours,
Yeah,
perfect.
northern states, it's different time feeling, okay.
But then I would say flying maybe,
Yeah.
if you want to get there. Like it's 2 hours.
So where do you have airports in Sweden?
Like almost everywhere I would say, but like Stockholm is the biggest one. Then you have in the southern part and like north part also, and also I come from a very small city, and there you also have airports. So they have airports.
Okay, a lot of plane opportunities to go there.
Yeah.
Okay, so when we are there, which places should we definitely see?
Maybe I'm a bit biased, but Sweden consists of 25 regions, you can say, and my home region is called Dalarna, and I would say that that's the best region to visit.
Hey, that's not a bias, that's why we're here. It's with everyone the same. Like all the locals, they are from somewhere, and obviously they know this area the best. So
I love it, because you have like the nature, the forests, the lakes, and also the mountains. So everything is there.
Sounds very sportive, actually.
Yeah, I would say so, yeah. Much landscape there.
Much landscape and easy to get there and to discover, or how should we make a trip to Sweden?
You can take the train there. From Stockholm it's like 3 hours with train, so it's kind of close actually. But in there I wouldn't say, it's not big cities there, it's very small cities. So maybe you would need a car. But you can also take the bike, if you like bike.
But then everything is quite far, I would say, right?
It's quite far, yeah.
You need to take a lot of distance. Okay, yeah, nice. Well, there is one big advantage in Sweden for sure, right? Many people speak English there, so you definitely can travel there just with English.
Of course, yes, you can.
Because last time I had a lot of Spanish-speaking people in my podcast, and there is the big bias or negative point that you can't go there with English, but in Sweden it wouldn't be a problem, right?
No, everyone speaks English, like also the elder people, they speak English, so I would say that's very nice.
Also much better than in Austria, because if you have older people, then it's quite hard to
I noticed.
have conversation. Yeah,
people
probably,
only want to speak German, so.
Yeah, really? Also the young ones?
Some young ones also, actually, yeah, but mostly like the elder, I would say.
Yeah, if we are already here, there will be a question afterwards. What's the biggest difference between Austrians and Swedish people? What would you say?
I would say like the people here are more open.
Yeah?
Like more nice, or not?
Okay.
Yeah, I would say.
Well, open-minded,
when they speak English, I would notice. Yeah, and maybe like more open, because some Swedes can be very like introverted and like to have their own space. And
so if we are there, how do we get in touch with them, with Swedish people?
Oh, good question.
Is it hard to get in touch with locals? I guess so.
Yeah, maybe. Or maybe you can go to pubs, and when Swedes are a bit drunk, maybe they're more open to speak. But
okay, listeners, we already learned one thing. If you want to get in touch with locals in Sweden, go to pubs, wait until they're drunk, and then it's easy to get in touch.
It doesn't sound good, but I think they get more like comfortable.
That's also, to be honest, that's how we get to know each other.
Yeah, true.
We met each other in a bar.
That's true.
After a few drinks.
Yeah, and then I was more like, yes.
Yeah, let's make the podcast. And afterwards, when I wrote you, you have been a bit shy and said, "No, I'm not sure."
Yeah, so it was the alcohol.
Yeah, but very happy that we are here now.
Yeah, I'm very happy as well. Yeah, I'm very happy.
And we learned the lesson. If you want to get to know with some Swedish locals, then go to pubs.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Nice.
Yeah.
But if you're already in a pub, the price level is quite high in Sweden.
Yes, very high. Yeah. Here is like almost more than half like the price than in Sweden.
And we are Central Europe. And
Central Europe.
Austria is already quite expensive in our opinion. So.
And I was like, oh, it's so cheap here.
Okay, so for Southern Europe, it will be even worse, right?
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Interesting, but well, people know that the north is very expensive.
Yeah.
So that's probably nothing new. But is there any special spot when you think about Sweden which people definitely have to see?
I would say like in Dalarna, there's a spot called...
How is it called, sorry?
Dalarna.
Dolana, yeah?
Yeah,
Okay, back
it's
at
a
home.
small
Yeah.
village
Yeah.
that's called Skedsbo, where my partner has a cottage. And there you can go, and there's lakes everywhere, there's forests everywhere. You can go skiing, biking, everything you can do there. So I would recommend to go there. But also like the islands in Sweden is very nice, like Gotland and Öland. They feel like you're like in the Mediterranean because they're very nice.
But what time of the year should we go there? Because I imagine, well, obviously we know there is the 24 hours darkness and...
Actually, I loved, maybe I'm the only person that loved the darkness and not love the darkness. That was a bit much, but I think it's nice in the winter.
Yeah?
But yeah. But
how come?
I think it's cozy when it's dark and I love the snow. So for me, I love winter very much. But yes, of course, it can be a bit depressing with no sunlight in the winter, yes. And that's why I'm excited to be here in the winter. More sun.
To see snow, have the mountains too,
yes,
and more sun.
And sun.
Okay.
Yeah, because sometimes we have like a very, very few sun hours in the winter. Like 1 month can be 10 sun hours.
In total?
In total.
Yeah, that's... I can't imagine it, to be honest. You have to, well, really live there once and to experience it, but it sounds very hard.
It's hard for many people,
I'm actually a sun guy. I love to, even when we are sitting in front of the sun, I always decide to sit in the sunny part. So yeah, well, that would be a hard time. But still, which time of the year do you suggest to go to the islands or to Sweden in general?
Maybe the summer is best, or spring and summer, because then it's more lighter. And also in the summer we have this midnight sun when the sun never sets. So it's lights all.
Also very famous.
Yeah.
Also in the wintertime when the sun never appears, so that's also
yes,
famous.
Yes, that's also very interesting to be there then. But yeah, I would say winter, but I think most people would say summer is the best in Sweden. And it's also true.
Cool, yeah. So guys, go there in summer at first and then afterwards see the opposite in winter.
Yeah, that could be interesting, yes.
Very interesting, yeah. And yeah, if we are there, then we go in summer there, we check out probably with a rent car Sweden and we go everywhere. So you told us already a very good spot. What would be your secret spot which people couldn't find on Google?
Oh, maybe that Skedsbo is my secret spot.
That was already
it's very small.
Okay.
Yeah, but another spot that not many people go to is maybe Uppsala, because many people go to Stockholm instead.
Yeah.
And Uppsala is like the student city, very close to Stockholm. And it's very similar to Innsbruck, like the amount of people that live there and people bike everywhere and many students, just like here. So it's very similar to here.
Yeah, okay, sounds very interesting already. When I go to Sweden, I definitely need to check that out.
Oh yeah, you do, yeah. And that's where I'm studying as well, in Uppsala. So.
Okay, that's also maybe a reason why you feel so welcomed and happy here in Innsbruck,
maybe,
right?
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, guys, I already get a bit warm, so...
It's so hot.
I need to take my jacket off. This time we still need to...
nice with the moose.
Yeah, exactly. It's from Norway.
Oh.
I was searching for something quite similar to Sweden, but I just have some shirts from Norway. I still miss Sweden, but well, probably after our podcast, I will check out Sweden exactly, the spots which you told me and where we should go. So, well, you're very liberal. We already spoke about that. But in the last time, there was some conflicts, especially with the burning of... You know what you mean?
Exactly. Sometimes it's like too liberal. Or we have this freedom of speech, so you can like do and say whatever you want.
Yeah.
But now many people, they're burning the Quran.
Exactly.
And that's like so awful. And the government doesn't really do anything about it, because it's like, you have freedom of speech, you can do whatever you want. But then...
So it was actually legal to burn the Quran?
It was legal, which is super strange, I would say.
So what changed for you now?
I think like the level of security in Sweden has like rise very quickly and with many points. And also like just last week, I think it was, like 2 Swedish people were shot in Belgium.
Yeah.
Because they were Swedish, like national football
With the
team
dresses,
clothes.
because
Yeah.
European qualifiers have been placed in Brussels, Belgium against
Yeah,
Sweden.
exactly. So they wore these Swedish football t-shirts, and then they were shot because they saw that they were Swedish because of the burning of the Quran.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So that's a bit scary. Yeah.
especially for all the Swedish people now around the world, or yeah, I would say around the world, not just in Europe, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if you're abroad, do you also feel something here in Central Europe?
I wouldn't say here. I feel very safe here actually. Like when you go home at night, I feel very safe. And maybe I don't do that in Sweden actually, but here it's very nice.
Yeah, happy to hear that. But
Yes,
do you
yeah.
get some suggestion from the state or something nowadays?
Yes, I got an email from the home university that like we need to sign up on a list that where we are and that they can reach us if something happens. And yeah, be very careful with like showing off that you're Swedish with like clothes and everything. Yeah.
Okay, crazy.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
crazy that it
is.
makes such a many things happening just
Yeah.
because of this one situation where people maybe didn't think that much.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Crazy. But would you say that for people which are traveling there, it's still very safe?
I would say so.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. You feel very safe there,
Very, yeah.
depending on where you are, of course. But like,
Okay, are
maybe
there
not
more
in-
dangerous parts?
yeah, I would say right now there's like much gang criminality in Stockholm and Uppsala.
Okay.
So maybe not go to Uppsala right now, but it's more like in the gangs, not for like private persons.
Okay. Yeah, listener, as you can see and hear, we are quite honest podcast.
Just very honest. But
Yeah, and well, thanks that you tell us
Oh,
that.
yeah.
And well, if you go there, take care and just inform yourself in advance, and
yeah,
everything will
I
be
feel
fine.
like for tourists it's very safe.
Yeah, for
Super
sure.
safe. Yeah.
I can imagine that.
Yeah.
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 Awesome. Yeah, also for you. Yeah, like you are traveling a lot and you were already told us a lot about Sweden. So how is it to be part of the European Union? Do you have every advantages out of that?
I would say so. Yes. Like for instance, now I'm here as an Erasmus student, and like that's great that we can have this connection and opportunities to go abroad. So that's amazing opportunity. Yeah.
Yeah, happy to hear that. And we already told that once in a podcast we spoke about traveling abroad with the Spanish friend which I interviewed, and we said Erasmus is the most important thing in your young student life.
Yeah.
So again, guys, if you have the chance to make Erasmus, do it.
Yes, I really recommend that. And several people do several Erasmus like for their studies. So you can do it like how many times you want.
For sure. I
Yeah.
also did it twice. One was Erasmus and one was to Brazil.
Ah,
So
yes.
you can also make an international trip and one Erasmus, and both is well paid from the European Union, to be honest. So it's very well, if you don't know that, but Erasmus, you also get some payment out of the European Union, so you can also live in the country.
Yeah.
And yeah, it always depends where you go. It's higher or a bit less.
Yeah, exactly.
But
But
more or
here it
less.
was like the same. And also, when I took the train, the European Union pays for the train.
Ah,
so,
I didn't know
green
that.
travel. Yeah.
Okay, that's new. So they pay the green travel.
Yeah.
Ah, cool.
So that was super nice. So 27 hours was worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, guys, we need to wait again because today there are a lot of airplanes in Innsbruck.
Yes.
Because tomorrow we have National Day and the military wants to show what they have in their garage. Okay. Well, happy to hear that. And well, again, listeners should do Erasmus for sure.
Yes.
And when they make Erasmus in Sweden, so what should they definitely eat there? What's your favorite meal?
Like the most popular meal when you think about Sweden, I would say is like the typical meatballs and potato and lingonberry.
True.
Yes, but like the favorite meal for every Swede is actually tacos.
Ah, yeah?
Yeah. So every Friday, every household in Sweden eat like tacos.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
in the Swedish way.
Already, it's not the Mexican way?
No, it's the Swedish way.
Okay, what's the difference?
I think it's like only like basic things like bread, minced meat, corn, tomato, and cucumber.
Okay.
so nothing special.
Sounds already very Mexican, but
Yeah, but very plain.
okay, yeah, the
not
easy
so many
way.
spices.
I got it. Okay. Well, probably because you don't like that spicy than in Mexico.
True.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which I totally understand. It's way too spicy there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, cool. So, what else? What do you eat normally? What's the typical habits of eating?
I think like a very common thing in Sweden is our fika.
Yeah.
Have you heard of it?
No,
No.
actually, I have no clue.
No, that's like our lovely fika time. It's very precious for us. That is when you eat some pastry and you drink your coffee. And you do that almost every day.
Yeah, well.
So you can do it in the morning. You have a morning fika, and you have an afternoon fika. Then you can have a midnight or night fika as well.
And a midnight fika?
No, you can have a midnight fika as well, yeah. It's very precious. Like all Swedes love fika.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, very important to know. So, look, I didn't know that at
Yeah.
all. So I already learned a lot in that podcast, and I will definitely remember Fika.
Yeah. Fika
and I
is
will
very
try it out for sure.
important. Yes. Yeah.
Wow, cool. Yeah. What else? Is there something what you definitely want to add to the podcast which I forgot about to speak?
I don't know. I think like that's Sweden, and like it's just such a nice place with all the nature and things, and especially maybe with north of Sweden isn't talked about as much, but the north of Sweden is beautiful, but it's so big, so it's very difficult to get around there, but it's beautiful.
Yeah, so I guess you definitely need a car or the train.
Train, yeah.
Is the public transport also very expensive, like the rest of Sweden?
No, I would say, or like if you want to get like a monthly card, it's expensive, but if you want to get one ticket, it's like here, I would say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty okay. Well,
it's pretty
after you
okay.
say the rest is the half,
Yeah,
like here's the half of the
yeah.
rest of it. Yeah.
Yeah, then it's okay, I would say.
But just to compare it, how much would be 1 liter of beer, for example? Easy to compare.
I think like maybe 8-9 euros
8-9 euros. Okay.
or more.
Half a liter beer.
Half liter
Half
beer.
a liter beer. Okay.
And here's like 4 euro. Or...
For max. Yeah, nowadays probably sometimes you will find 5 in the old town.
So expensive.
Yeah, you say it. It's true.
No.
Nah,
So
I got
cheap.
your sarcasm, but still, for us it is.
Yeah,
You probably
okay.
earn much more, right? Do you know? In case the average salary of.
I don't know actually. I think it's very like different depending on what you work with. So I don't know like the average salary.
Yeah, me neither. So guys,
Okay.
if you're interested in that, just search it up and
Yes.
look it up in the internet, right?
Yeah.
Well, Amy, thanks for all the overview so far. So we spoke a lot about the spots, about your secret spots, where you are from exactly. Then we had food, safety, and well, let's continue a bit about safety, also about your relationship with your neighbors. Because if Central Europeans think about the north of Europe, we always have all the 3 countries in mind, like Finland, also Norway, and also Sweden. So.
Yeah, I think like we have a good relation to each other, and like Swedes and Norwegian people, we can understand each other because our languages are very similar. So it's not that strange to us.
People probably don't know. I heard about that because I was in Norway.
Oh, yeah.
But when I was there for the first time, it was totally new for me. I didn't know that before. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we speak like almost the same language, but like in different dialects and some different words, I would say. But Finnish is very, very different.
Yeah.
Well, we can't understand each other.
Yeah, that's our different origin. Like, because of the past history with Russia in Finland, that's totally different. Yeah.
But we have a very nice place where Norway and Sweden and Finland meet in the national border on the most north part of Sweden.
Okay.
We can go skiing, and it's a very nice area to be.
And all the 3 nations meet there?
Yeah, it's like at one point where all
the 3 borders are
connecting.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What is it called?
And it's called like the national border in English, but in Swedish it's called Riksgränsen.
Riksgrenzen,
Yes.
Reichsgrenzen
Yeah.
in
Oh, yeah.
German. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, well, that's already a hit to my next question
Oh,
because
yeah.
it's the language similarity between
Yeah.
German and Swedish.
So many similar words.
Yeah, very similar words.
Yeah.
And before we already spoke a bit about the question and what we are going to speak in the podcast.
Yeah.
And then I said, yeah, I tried to repeat your Swedish words.
Yeah.
Probably I'm not that good. And
Yes.
then you told me that's very similar, right?
I think it's very similar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's try it out. Let's give our
Okay.
listeners a few words which they
Okay.
could use when they go to Sweden.
Yes. So hello is
Yeah.
hey,
Hey, well,
and goodbye is hej då.
hey do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like hey, well, that's already
Yep.
international.
Yes.
And hey do,
Hey do.
it's goodbye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And thank you is tack.
Tak,
Yes.
easy and short.
Easy and short.
Even if you have the longest word in all languages, right? There's a famous Instagram video
Oh,
where
really?
all the languages are compared, and German is always the worst language.
Really?
Well, we in Tyrol speak the nice German.
Oh, yes, of course, of
Our
course.
dialect is really nice.
Yes, of course
Yeah,
it
and
is.
there's one Swedish word which, well, obviously with a lot of o, and
Oh, really? I
Yeah.
don't know this word. I thought it was a Turkish word. That was the longest word.
yeah, with ü and all the things.
Yeah.
I just remember this word which was really huge. If it's the longest of all, I don't know, but in this video it was.
Oh, I don't know
Yeah.
this word. Now I want to know.
Yeah, check
Yeah,
that out.
I'm gonna
And
check it
listeners,
out.
same with that. And
Yes.
if we find it, we can add it to the
Yes,
description. Yeah,
yes,
for sure.
very good.
Yeah. Well, so what else? So tak and hey,
Yeah.
Hej då.
Hur mår du?
hur mår du?
It's how are you?
Yeah.
And
Did I say it right?
Yeah. Hur mår du?
Hur mår du?
Yeah.
Okay.
Very nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thanks. It sounds not correct, but happy to hear
It
that.
sounds nice.
Yeah, cool.
Och jag vill ha kaffe.
Jag vill ha kaffe.
Is I want a coffee.
Jag vill ha kaffe.
Yeah.
Nice.
Very nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
super.
Yeah.
Cool. And well, what else would be interesting? Oh yeah, Sweden is very famous for ice hockey too, right?
Yes.
So, well, what means would you go with me to the next ice hockey game?
Of course, it would be super nice.
Yeah, but would be in Swedish translated.
To say like.
Yeah, if people or listeners want to
Okay.
hook up with a local in the
Okay.
pub,
Exactly.
that would be a
You can
nice
say
opener,
that.
right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Vill du gå på hockey med mig?
Okay, once again, sorry, that was too much. Vill du
Gå på hockey
gå på hockey
med mig?
with me?
Yeah. Very nice.
Yeah, thanks. Would you?
Yes, of course.
So let's go to watch an ice hockey game
Yeah.
here in Innsbruck.
Austria and Sweden.
Yeah. No, if that's possible, let's go Austria and Sweden for sure.
Yes.
Yeah, but
Very cool.
otherwise we go to Sweden and see really high quality ice hockey. Game.
High quality. Yeah.
Yeah, but
sure.
there is also the chance to see once in the year NFL in Sweden, right?
Oh, really?
Sometimes, yeah.
Oh,
I heard about that.
we should go then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's do that.
Yeah.
What else? Which sport is still interesting in Sweden?
I think cross-country skiing is really big
Mm-hmm.
in Sweden, and like Norway and Sweden, I think is the top cross-country skiers.
In cross country,
Yeah.
probably, yeah.
So that's like the beef between us, the
Uh-huh.
cross-country skiing.
Yeah, but in racing, you're not that good anymore.
No, not
You
anymore.
had Ingemar Stenmark, obviously.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, I probably shouldn't say
Nice
the
that you
best
know.
skiers ever, but one of the best
One
skier
of the
ever.
best. Yeah.
But we have Marcel Hirscher now, which
Yeah.
we are very proud. So,
Yes.
so you
nice
had
that
Ingemar
know.
Stenmark, but nowadays it's not
No,
that
not
many
that
anymore.
many anymore.
So
maybe.
Norway is better now. What a shame.
What a shame. Yeah. But soon maybe.
Yeah,
We're stepping
but
up. Yeah.
Hope so. And well, we have cross skiing. What else is very famous?
Bandy.
What's that?
It's like a mixture of ice hockey and floorball.
Okay.
So you are on ice in a very big field,
Uh-huh.
but then you don't have a puck, you have a ball.
Okay.
And that's very popular in Sweden, I would say.
Bandy, it's called.
Bandy, yeah.
Okay. Well, I didn't know that
Oh,
either,
okay,
so
yeah, okay.
I have to look that up.
Yeah, it's a
Cool.
very cool sport, yeah.
Okay. And it's also possible to watch a game when you're there and
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Okay, nice.
You can do both, yeah.
Yeah, we need to check that out.
Yes, yeah.
Well, Amy, thanks a lot. So in the end, you can add something to the podcast if you like, if you want to say some last sentences. And once again, thanks a lot for everything.
Well, thank you.
And well, listeners, I hope you like it. And if you have any questions at Amy, just write it in the comments and I will let her know. And then you'll probably answer it, right?
Yeah, I can do it. Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, thank you.
So the last few sentences, the stage is yours.
Oh wow, in Swedish or in English?
As
or
you
like,
wish.
Tack så mycket för att ni kollade. Thank you for watching.
Thanks a lot. Yeah, listeners, thanks a lot for
you.
listening and thanks to be here.
Thank you. Super nice.
Yeah, super nice.
Yeah.
And let us know if you're in Sweden.
Yes, of course.
Bye bye. Woo!
Wow.
Hey guys, thanks for listening. And if you like the podcast, please share it and like it. I'm happy for any comment. And follow us on Instagram or on any listening app. I'm happy to hear from you and hopefully see you soon in the next episode. Bye bye.